the Financial Freeway. My name is David J. Attwood. I'm the man rocking the Ray-Bans. And today I want to do a quick little special video because I had a conversation with someone very special to me last night, and they got very upset, and they were upset about things that were going on in their life. And one of the things that I learned the hard way, and I think most people do learn this the hard way, is when you give of yourself to your partner, your friends, your family, whatever it is, and then you are in need for whatever, like you're in need of a compliment or some praise or something. You see something you need something to come back to you, and it's disheartening and it's upsetting, and it's one of those things that really cuts us to the core. And it took me 40 years before I realized that you just can't do it. You can't chase after wanting something to come back. Many times we live our lives and we act in a way that we're putting things on a ledger, like a balance sheet. And I give you, you need to give back to me. And I've learned that's a fool's errand. And it only leads to heartbreak. It only leads to heartbreak. Nobody can ever give you back what you feel you deserve. And whether it be your boss or your business partner or your life partner, or wherever it might be, nobody can ever give you back what you feel you deserve. And when it comes to even, like, think about success in business, if I can just relate back to my 2 subscribers about that, if you are building wealth, you got to remember, the government's going to come and take a lot of that for taxes. So you have to be prepared for that. And it kind of sucks when you put a lot of work into something, and then someone comes along once a year and says, okay, business partner, we need our 50%. Let's go. Come on, pay up, even though you did all the work to get there. So when it comes to relationships, it's almost the same thing. You do so much, you work so hard to put effort into the relationship. And then when you need someone to tell you that you look good, or they're very proud of you, or I'm proud to have you as my partner, and they're not feeding your soul the way you kind of thought that they would, it's very, very upsetting. So you have to live your life for yourself. And one of the hardest things I learned was the story about this guy who says, in 200 years, nobody's gonna remember you. You will, like, and the way this was really brought home to me was when someone said, do you know who your grandfather's grandfather was? I was like, I have no clue. Now, there are some people out there that do. Some people have that genealogy and they keep it going and they know this stuff, but I don't. Like, I'm the son of a teenage mom, so I didn't even know who my dad was until I was in my mid-40s. So, sorry, till I was 50. Holy moly. So when you think about it that way, think about the fact that when you are called home, you do get forgotten pretty quickly. I mean, I'm not losing any sleep over my great-grandfather, and, I'm not losing any sleep that I've lost him. So I'm not mourning him. I'm not remembering him. And I think it's the same with everyone. And when I realized that, it kind of made me sad at first. And then I realized, well, it's kind of freeing, because then it kind of frees you up to recognize that you can do what you want with your life. You have to live for yourself and your own personal happiness and your own personal growth. And what does that look like? And it's such a hard question to ask people. What makes you happy? What would make you happy? And people will go nuts thinking about how hard that question is to answer. Like, how hard is it to sit there and spend an afternoon in a room, quiet, with yourself, without music, with a pen and a piece of paper, and actually try to figure out what it is you want out of life? It's tough. It's really tough. But that's the first step. The first step is to figure out what you really truly want out of life. And it might take a couple hours, might take a couple of days for you to figure that out. And that's where you have to get rid of the distractions. The second thing, and this is really, really straightforward, and this is one of those things that I have a tough time with everyone, is you have to surround yourself with people that are living the life you want to live. And if you're surrounding yourself with people that aren't living the life you want, you're going to be dragged down into their lives, into their level, into their state. And if you're surrounding yourself with people that need help, God bless them. You know, I understand, but that's where you're going to be. And give, you know, like you have to look around the people you have in your life and start to say, is this what I want? Is this who I want to be in 5 years? If it's not, find some people that are there. Look for them. They're there. They're on YouTube. They're in the books. They're on the documentaries. You can find these people if they're out of your reach right now. Learn from them. Learn from the free information that's out there. If there are people out there who have children, if there's people out there who are married, if there's people out there who are wealthy, if there's people out there who are business owners, hang around those people. If that's the life you want. Do not hang around people that are going through crisis, because, and I'm not saying don't help your fellow man. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, when you're surrounding yourself with people that are constantly in crisis or in drama, they're going to bring you into that drama, and that'll be your life. And in 5 years, that's who you're going to be. Surround yourself with ambitious, successful people, because as much as the people around you might have good intentions, good souls, good hearts, I promise you that ambitious people have the same thing. Ambitious, successful people out there do have good hearts, good ambition, good intentions, good souls, just like the people that are having that are struggling right now. So as heartbreaking as it was for me to tell this person whom I love so much that you can't keep acting and doing things for other people in hopes that they give you things back. You can't do that. You have to do it for yourself. If you want to be pretty, if you want to be told you're pretty, you got to tell yourself you're pretty. You got to look in the mirror and love that, because if you don't, you really can't expect other people to do it. So, and if you're funny and you want people to say you're funny, you got to think you're funny. If you're smart and you want other people to say it, it's a loser's game. It really, really is. You have to start thinking about life as a journey that you are the driver on. You can't be a passenger. You can't be a victim. You have to take control. It's the only way to find pure, like real, true happiness. And that is through your personal journey. And if you want other people to tell you you're great and you're amazing, let me tell you that for you. You're great. You're amazing. You don't need to have it from anyone else. You've got it. You just have to look in the mirror and love yourself. Number one. But number two, you're on this journey alone. Nobody has to live your life but you. And if you keep waiting for other people to give you the things you need, it's going to be a heartbreak. It's going to be a heartbreaking journey. Second thing, you got to figure out what you want. You really, really have to figure out what you want out of life. Because if you float and you just don't know, and another weekend goes, another day goes, another month goes, another year goes, next thing you know, you're 30 years old. Next thing you know, you're 40 years old, and you're still struggling to find out who you are and what you want out of life. You have to take that time. You really, really have to take that time to sit down and figure it out. And once you figure it out, no matter how crazy it is, and you know me, I like the more crazy, the better. I like a super crazy idea as to what you want your life to look like. I say, get it crazy, and then start plotting your path. Point that ship in that direction. You want to be the CEO of Coca-Cola? Then you go, okay, what do I need to do to get there? I'm CEO of Coca-Cola. That's my goal. And then you start plotting your path. It's that simple. You need to have experience running a company. How do you get experience running a company? You need to have an education. How do you get that education? You got to get the qualifications to get into that. Whatever the case is, you have to start doing this. You cannot float another. You can't waste. There's no tomorrow. This is the crazy thing. I'm 54, and It goes by so fast. It's a blink. And you keep saying tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. I'm telling you, it comes so fast. There is no tomorrow. Take the moment to sit down tonight, today, break your plans, cancel your plans, whatever they might be. Lock yourself in a room. Put on the sound canceling headphones. Put on some music that has wordless music to it, and sit there and focus and fantasize and dream and plot that down. Figure out what you want out of life. That's the only way to happiness. You can't do it by waiting for other people to do the work for you. You have to do it. Even if they did do the work for you, I promise you, sorry, I got my finger there for a sec. Even if all the people that you want to tell you you're beautiful and that want to tell you that you're special and they're proud of you, if you have that, I promise you, once you got all that, it still wouldn't be enough. You have to do the work for yourself. As heartbreaking as it is, it's a realization that you are in this alone. This is your journey to take. It's not for anybody else. You have to live your life. You are forced to live your life. Nobody else can live it for you. So don't wait for other people. Take action. Take those steps. And for the love of God, would you just buy the book, My Conversations with Keegan? I'm going through it today. I'm putting it onto audiobook this last couple of months. Actually, it's taken me like 6 months to get to this point. And it's a lot of work, but my God, the information there is really good and it's relevant. Some of it is a little outdated because the book was written in 2021. I started in 2021, finished it in 2022. So there's some things that, there's been some changes in the market and stuff, but for the most part, it's really good stuff. I'm converting it to audiobook right now, and it's going to be available. Put it on the website here on financialfreeway23.ca. Make sure you check out the website. Also, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and my God, wherever you are in the world today, sit down, make that list, figure out what you want out of life, and chase after it. Wherever you are, God bless.